With Virgin River Season 4 recently dropping on Netflix, the cast and crew are now busy filming the 5th season, and Martin Henderson, who plays Jack on the show, has recently taken some time out of his busy schedule to give fans a quick update on the 5th installment of the hit show. Today we're discussing Martin Henderson saying that Virgin River Season 5 is the best one yet, so don't go anywhere. Let's get into it then. What did Henderson have to say? Well, as we know, filming for Season 5 has recently gotten underway, and after filming his first couple of scenes, Martin took a quick break to reveal how the season is shaping up, explaining that he had a few nerves the night before Season 5 was due to start filming. Henderson told fans that he didn't sleep at all. I mean, we guess it doesn't matter how big a star you are, right? He said, "I've been an actor for 34 years, and it doesn't even matter. This is Season 5 of a show that's clearly working, yet there's some part of my mind that is filled with doubt that I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it." Wow! His personable demeanor is one of the reasons why fans like him so much, and he went on to suggest that Season 5's great, by the way. It's the best season yet. I'm amazing in it. We're pretty sure that Henderson was joking, given the fact that he's only filmed a couple of scenes, but we guess he could have read the whole script and truly believes that it's the best season so far. Probably the former, to be fair, but we wouldn't be surprised if he had read everything. If, as he says, Season 5 is the best season so far, then we should be set for an absolutely epic ride. What did you make of the last season? He has also been discussing that proposal scene. Now, stay tuned. Alexandra Breckenridge is to be believed. Martin became quite emotional when filming the proposal scene in the penultimate episode of Season 4, which he has gone on to address himself. He says he has no idea where the emotion, came from, but that he just tried to drop myself into the character's shoes, as it were. He explained that Jack is dealing with a lot, of course, and has been for such a long time, and has now found someone who is completely on his team and 100% there for him. He revealed, "So for me, it was just a really emotional moment where he's making this declaration and this request." He even discussed his personal life, admitting that he's never been in the situation where he's proposed to someone. However, he is currently dating, so that might not be too far away. He said that when the time does come, he hopes that he would already know the answer, explaining that it would be a horrible situation if he had to pop the question, and he was only 50-50. Laughing, he went on to say, in Jack's case, he knew she would say yes. He knows his entire future is going to be with this woman, and there's a responsibility to that, right? Marriage requires a lot of us, but it's also a huge relief that he can have this moment, and he'll go forward with Mel by his side. What do you guys make of Martin's words? Let us know your thoughts below. What did Martin have to say about the ending then? Let's see. Well, Alexandra Breckenridge has revealed that initially the baby was going to be Mark's, but Martin has said that he simply expected that it would turn out to be Jack's. He said that as they got further and further into the storyline, he slowly began to figure out that might not be the case. He revealed that he didn't love the idea personally either, but gave the writers props for doing what they had to, in his opinion. He referenced the fans, and why the writers have to ultimately take what they want into account, while also throwing a spanner in the works from time to time, saying they're there for the love, and they're there for the romance, and the beautiful scenery. You have certain things that you have to deliver to meet their expectations, but good writing is also about thwarting those expectations. It's about the shock value, and the surprise, and the hooks, and the cliffhangers, and all that. Henderson went on to describe himself as a romantic, claiming that at the core, the show is simply a really strong romance, and claimed that his and Alex's characters deserved some celebration. As we know, the baby turned out to be Jack's in the end, so he got his celebration, which Henderson thinks is the reason why they chose not to make the twins his, saying because it was like, he's just going to have babies everywhere then. What did you think of the ending? Henderson has also been discussing the relationship between Jack and Brady in Season 5. As we saw in Season 3, Brady was arrested for the attempted murder of Jack, but of course, it wasn't actually him, and Henderson was recently asked what might be in store for the pair when the 5th installment rolls around, hopefully next year. He explained that although he's only read the first few episodes, fans can probably expect some degree of shift in how they relate. He also suggested that Jack will have to see how much stuff he's willing to forgive and forget about, going on to say, but Brady as a character definitely has a lot of redemption in Season 4. I think there's even more in 5. That'll definitely color their relationship, and that's good news for Brady fans. But Martin doesn't think it should pan out that way. He suggested that if Brady suddenly turns into this good guy, then some fans, as well as himself, might not buy that. He also described that potential storyline as trite, explaining that it's more interesting to have a character that can't help himself. Brady flits between being a good guy and then a bad one, and occasionally even worse than just bad, and Henderson has suggested he might not be able to help himself to be pulled back in to being a bad guy, saying, I think that's good, because then the audience is always going to be sitting on the edge of their seat, not really sure sure which way he's going to go. What do you think of Brady? Next up, Henderson has paid tribute to his co-star. Stay with us. In a recent interview, Martin Henderson has revealed just what he thinks about his co-star, Alexandra Breckenridge. Of course, the pair played Jack and Mel on the hit show, and Martin has described his on-screen romantic interest as having a cool personality. He revealed her personality is one of the reasons why their on-screen relationship is so successful, saying she's such a cool person and such a good actress. She's so honest with who she is and shows that on screen. I think it's a huge part of why we've succeeded in bringing this relationship to the screen. I speak for myself anyway. Henderson went on to explain just how much respect he has for his co-star and said Breckenridge makes it impossible for him to hide what he really thinks about her because of how she is. He said he also looks forward to what she might say next, saying it's always fun to hear what might come out of her mouth at any time. It's good to know that the show's stars have such a healthy relationship with one another and don't mind telling fans exactly what they think. Who is your favorite character on the show? And finally, Henderson has a quick warning for fans. It seems Martin's social media accounts have been hacked. Unfortunately, on July 28th, the star took to Instagram to warn his followers that there were scammers looking to benefit from his account, some of whom had already gotten money out of some of his loyal fans. In the minute-long clip, he urged his followers to always question if someone is asking for money on his behalf. He started the video by thanking fans for watching the latest season, before going on to reveal he had a PSA, which he then said was a piece of blank announcement, explaining that someone or a group of people were pretending to be him or his management. He warned fans that they're asking for money and went on to say that it wasn't actually him. He then explained, "I do not have another account. I will never ever message anybody outside of Instagram. And even then, I don't do that a lot," before urging fans to be vigilant, saying, "Please, be aware. There's not a lot we can do. We let Facebook and Instagram know this is going on, but it's kind of like a game of whack-a-mole. Hopefully, none of you guys have been scammed in this way." What do you make of all this? Pretty terrible, right? As usual, thanks for joining us. And why not do us a favor by liking and sharing today's video with any Virgin River fans you might know of. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any more great bits and pieces in the future. Bye!